evening, everybody, and welcome back. See me here at Simi G Stitches, and it is a new vlog week. I really should have recorded some yesterday, but I got lost. in a new game. Today is Monday, July 6th, and this is a channel about cross stitch. Okay, so I'm going to quickly recap what I worked on last night, show you a couple things, and then go on about what I'm going to work on tonight. Okay, so I had to play some catch up on Uno because the 3 days that I was off, I didn't stitch. I hope that is not the same case this week because I have 4 days off, and that will get me so behind. It'll be fine. I'm not that crazy about it. It's just, yeah. Okay, so first I worked on Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream because I needed to put 100 stitches in it for whip 1. And so I got that 100 stitches in there. It was a very confetti heavy area. Took me so long. Because we're getting a little more in her face here. I think we might even be seeing like eye and eyebrow here soon, maybe. I don't know. I'm seeing some color difference right there. So that was last night's. They haven't spun for Uno yet today. So I don't know what I'll be working on for that, but I'll fit it in at some place tonight. I should back up just a second and let you know why I'm in my car. And I always think people that, like you see a lot of YouTube videos with the little clips on Facebook, and they're all sitting in their car, and I'm like, why are they doing the Mentos in soda in their car? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And I don't know why I still don't understand why most people record in their car. I, however, am at work. See, got my work shirt on. I am at a level 3 location, which means I'm an armed guard tonight. And this location just doesn't have a shack. So I sit in my car all night. And I make rounds, and I sign people in, and I do my job. So, I did this last night. It's not too bad. I can get a little cramped, but I'm starting to get a system for where things are sitting so that I can get to them more easily. Like, my food stash is right there. And my spare threads are back there. A lot of my whips and stuff are in the passenger seat. After dark, I can use these lights in here, but I did find a plug on the side of the building, so I brought my hot light tonight for that. It's interesting, but it pays more, and I'm not complaining. So, back to what I was saying. It does keep me a little more distracted, though, I think. Or at least it did last night, so I didn't get a ton of stitching done. But I got some stitching done, and it'll be better tonight. I know it will. I also had to do homework video last night, sitting in my car, and stuff like that. So the next whip I worked on, I thought was going to be Pretty Little Paris, but then I forgot the spin. Okay, so the night before last night, the spin was number 1. And that's when I worked on Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream for, because that's my whip number 1. So then last night's spin was reverse, which means you go to the one, well, in this case, the last one on the list, because reverse order, think of it like a circle, right? So once here, you got to go backwards to here. So whip number 4 on my list is Miss Ladybug. And so, and because it was a reverse card, not just picked whip number 4, it's 200 stitches instead of 100, which was no problem. We were filling in some red here in her dress. Like, that's one of the reasons I picked her for Uno, is because I knew I could throw those stitches in really quick and it wouldn't distract me from my rotation as badly as some of my pieces will, like Mini Alice and a Dolly Dream, because sometimes I can get 100 stitches real quick, and sometimes it takes most of the night. It depends on the confetti. So look at Miss Ladybug, she's looking so good. I don't like the lighting behind there. Let's do this. Ooh, she's pretty. I need to go pull a grime guard out and put around her, since she's gonna stay on the Q snap until Uno is done. So we've got whip number 1 is Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream. Whip number 2 is Sugar Cookies, which is actually not even with me, so hopefully they don't call 2 tonight. And so I'll have to do it tomorrow. Number 3 is Pretty Little Paris. And number 4 is Miss Ladybug. So those are all set up and ready to go whenever they get called. Then the last thing I worked on last night, and I didn't get I was very distracted. But I got a couple hundred stitches into Once Upon a Fairy Tale. So you can see we're starting to really fill in that page there. It wasn't too confetti heavy because it was a lot of this orange. So it wasn't too bad. Yeah. I think I'm still missing 2 stitches from completing this square. But I'm playing this new game on my phone. It's called Chris. It's Kryss. It's like a mix of words with friends and crosswords. So you get your 6 like Scrabble type tiles, and you have your board, but your board is like a crossword. You know, these going down is this word, and these going across is this word, and there's some throughout the middle. And you can only fill in with the tiles you have. So you may know that the word is bodybuilder, but you don't have any of the letters. Or you don't know what the word is, but maybe it uses one of those letters. So it's kind of complicated, and it's turn-based. So I play my 1 to 6 tiles. They don't, and you can kind of diverse them all over. They don't have to spell a word. They just fill in those crossword lines. And then it sends it to a friend, and then they play, and then back and forth and back and forth. I started out playing with my kids. My daughter's loving it. My son finds it a little too complicated. Then I roped in a couple friends. And what was really neat is the game that Rita Marie sent me, because you can have 2 games going. Like, she starts a game and I start a game, and then so there can be 2 games going back and forth. When she starts it, it starts in Norwegian. So I am trying to do crosswords in a language I have no clue about. She gave me some tips about how some of her words work, and that's helped, but it's still, the letters just haven't been working for me. So that's been interesting, and I may learn a little Norwegian as I go along. She's having to play in English, which is her second language. So, I mean, it's only fair, right? She's kicking my butt in her second language. How sad is that? Okay. What else? Oh, I got some stuff in the mail. I'll do that before we go into what I'm working on today. I met a very wonderful cross stitcher through Instagram. I believe she messaged me first. She saw me on FlossTube, and we've struck up a conversation, and we've been talking for, I don't know, a good long time. And I've mentioned her once before because she was doing this thing where she was trying to touch all of her whip. So I think she was putting 1 strand of floss into every whip. And then I did that because she did that. And I don't remember what I said. I messed up her Instagram handle. It's Cross Stitch Angel, I think. Pretty sure. I had the card here, or she sent it with the package. I'm just going to double check so that I'm not being all. I know her name is Amanda. We've been talking for a while. Yeah, Cross Stitch Angel on Instagram. She's an Australian. She has some beautiful pieces, man. Just absolutely stunning. But we have a lot of similar taste. And that's, I think, what struck up the conversation. She was watching my floss tube. We had a lot of similar pieces. So we've kind of conversed back and forth since then. She was asking me about a piece, about a project, and what my opinion was on it. And I was like, well, you know, I think if I did it, I'd do it this way. And she's like, well, do you want it? Because I think I've decided I have too many projects already, because she has a lot. She's more than me, and I feel like I have a lot. So she said, I'm pretty confident I'm not gonna stitch it. Can I send it to you? Okay. I'm not gonna say no. It's a beautiful piece. So this is Lilith of Labrador from Mirabilia, and she's just absolutely gorgeous. And part of what we were discussing was the skin color, because it's kind of gray. It wasn't really anything she was interested in. I was like, yeah, if I stitched her, I'd probably change the skin tone. Honestly, I don't know what the colors are because I literally just got this. I would almost be willing to go more of a, like a lavender for her skin. I know that's unusual. It's not a skin tone, but with the purple in her hair, if it brightened her skin a little bit, so it's not so gray, but it's kind of lavender, I think it'd be really pretty and different. You know, mermaids don't have to have normal human skin tone. I had a kid when I was little that we were coloring in a coloring book, and I made Perdita from 101 Dalmatians. I made her purple, and they just got so highly offended. They're like, you cannot make, he's supposed to be black and white, you can't make him purple. But purple's my favorite color. You know, make him purple if I wanna. And I feel like cross stitch is the same way. They don't, she's not human exactly, so I can use whatever color I want. So anyways, when she sent me this package, she sent me some other stuff, and it's all like, I'm so thankful. Thank you, Amanda. So the first really caught my eye, and probably because it's the biggest thing in here, is this Sue Hillis Christmas for the Stitchers. And they're just little ornaments. I really like this one. And this one. I mean, I like them all, but those two especially, is probably this one the most. And I don't know if, like, I haven't looked at it to see if the colors are, yeah. So it makes the colors to where it does this little highlighting thing so that it looks like it's curved. So that's neat. I really like that. And then, let's see, we got something I can't pronounce, but it's so cute, from Jardin Privé. Look at that little bunny. This one's very cute, very simple. Made like a little scissor fob out of that part. So, oh, it's got 2 bonus scissor fob charts. So, that's cute. And then we got some Brooks books. We got Fauna the Fairy Witch. I will not be doing these on perforated plastic. I will try and turn them into, you know, like on fabric, I think. Okay. We got Fauna the Fairy Witch. We got Wendy the Winter Witch. Gwendolyn the Great. Love her little buns. And Fiona the Fae. I think she might be my favorite. So those are super cute. Thank you again, Amanda. Oh, one more thing. She sent me some fabric. And I don't know what kind of fabric it is because it doesn't say, but it's gorgeous. It is so absolutely beautiful. And look at that. And some rich yellow in between some blue, and it blends to make some green in there even. This is called Rainforest. It's 28 count. Super soft, so I'm going to say Jobelin. But the color's gorgeous. Let me fold it so that we can. I love this one bright spot right here. Look at that. We're like no dye got to. But it's such a nice contrast. So, oh, there's some on the edges there too. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that. So thank you again, Amanda. Cross Stitch Angel on Instagram. I'm pretty sure she doesn't floss tube. She did state, she wrote me a beautiful letter, and she talked about how, you know, she doesn't have cross stitchers near her. Her family's not super into what she does, so it's nice to have this floss tube community that she can relate to and go and watch while she's stitching. And so I think it's great, and I'm super excited that I was one of the first that she watched, and she enjoys it and still comes back, because we all know I'm a little... All right. So tonight is homework night because it's Monday. I haven't pulled them out yet, even though I wrote them down. I'm chatty today. Let's see if I can pull it. I think I'm going to focus on one tonight and then try and get a couple tomorrow night. Because one of them needs like 1,000 stitches. I could get away with 500, but it'd be better to just go ahead and throw 1,000 into it. And that is, and it's monochromatic, so it should go pretty fast. This is on Changing Leaves, 32 count Joblin from Under the Sea Fabrics, who has an announcement in 15 minutes that I have to go watch, so I gotta hurry this up. Is Thine is the Trick and the Treat from Prairie Moon. So I know there's an error somewhere I'm supposed to fix next time I pull this out. So I may be doing some frogging while I watch that announcement and get ready to stitch on it. I want to say it's somewhere near the edge because it's not going to line up if I don't go and fix it. Oh, you can see. Look, this doesn't line up. So I think it's like all along there. Anyway, so I got to fix that, or got to frog that out, and then I'll be restitching it while I watch whatever her announcement is, or read, or whatever. So I think that one's going to be, that and whatever one is for Uno will be most of the night. Other than that, I will need to pull out Changing Leaves from Tell an Emblem, and there was one other one that I would need to pull out. Oh, borders. Family Patchwork, because I need a border, a straight line border. So that's the plan for tonight, and to clean up a little bit because I kind of got a mess, and to sort flosses because I bought a bunch at Joann's sale, and I have one of those mile-long receipts. I was buying for me and for someone else, and the cashier lady was great about it. She was super sweet. We were able to get all 215 skeins plus a bag. So 216 items on one without locking up the machine. It was amazing. There was no line, so I didn't have to worry about anybody behind me getting frustrated. And I would line up the barcodes so she could just kind of go across them, and we were moving great. It was great. So I have a bunch of those to go through. I ended up having to go to Joann's, Michael's, and Hobby Lobby to get all the colors, all but one of the colors that I had on my list. I still didn't get 700, but it's okay. I was buying for my backup box, not for my main box, so we're okay. All right, I'll quit rambling. I'm gonna go see what this announcement is, and frog and stitch, and check in with y'all later tonight. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, July 7th. I am checking in before I head home, which is in just a few minutes. So I felt like last night, went totally off book, but worked out okay. My idea was to get 1,000 stitches into Thine is the Trick and the Treat, and I'm about halfway. And the reason is because Uno ended up calling Uno. So, but it was kind of like not Uno, because Uno is supposed to be 100 on all 4 of your whips. This one was 100 on 3 of your whips. I don't know. You never know what to expect from somebody saying, so that's how it played out. So I actually only had 3 of my whips of my Uno whips with me, so that's what I went with. So I put 100 into Minnie Alice and a Dolly Dream, this block right here. Again, we're still in some confetti there. I put 100 into Pretty Little Paris, mostly in these windows. And then 100 into Miss Ladybug, all in the red of her dress. Oh, and some white. Oh, I started working on the white because I had like 4 stitches left of that red, and I'm out of that red. So, at least until I get home today. So, those I worked on all 3 of those. I really need to get them put up. My car is a mess, y'all. And then I started working on Thine is the Trick and the Treat. Actually, I think I told y'all I had to frog I was supposed to frog all of him, but I decided not to. I just went from him over because that was adjustable. And this. So all of this is new. And this, and I think I still had a skull, and I had some stuff down here, but this is a page finish. right here. And that, I believe, completes my goal on this for the year. But of course I'll continue to work on it because I don't have another prairie moon in the understudy box. It'll just take less priority. But I will be working on it again tonight because I have just under 500 stitches left to get on it for homework. So that is where I'm at. I have about 5 minutes to get all this stuff packed up before it's time to leave work. So yay, happy stitching, and I'll be back tonight. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. It is Tuesday, July 8th, 7th. I wonder if I sent my check in correctly. Let me check on that real quick. Yep, I did. Okay. Maybe it's because when I talked to y'all this morning, I said the 7th. Anyway, I feel like I'm really up in your face. Like, we're really close. Having to sit in the car, I can't. My iPad's too big to fit on the dashboard, between the dashboard and the windshield. So you're like hanging out on my steering wheel and you're just like right here. Anyway, all right. So you knew the inevitable was going to happen, and that number 2 got called on Uno tonight. And that is the one that I keep leaving in the truck. And my husband takes the truck to work so that I can have the car, because the car has better gas mileage, especially when you have to leave it running all night. I did turn it off for portions of the night last night because I was hooked up to the power, and I brought my aunt light, but it would get hot pretty fast, and bugs would come in the windows. Okay, so number 2. So I had my husband drop it off to me. I remember, or I messaged him. I was like, oh, when you get to work, can you make sure and grab my project out of the floorboard? It was in his bag, it protected. I said, and just stick it in your truck in case I need it later. And we ended up meeting up at Sonic to get our Sonic drinks because his app wasn't working. So I had to order for both of us. And he went ahead and popped it in the car. Well, lo and behold, that's what got drawn tonight. So my number 2 is sugar cookies. I haven't put it on the Q-Snap yet. My goal for this, I think, was 2 letters. And I have the K done. Well, now the O is done. So I think the K was already done prior to my goal making this year. So I could finish this other O, or I could finish the I. Either way, I just need one more letter to hit my goal on it. But of course, it's going to get more work than that this month because of Uno. So I need to find a Q-Snap. I have one somewhere. And then, of course, like I told you this morning, we will be continuing on Thine is the Trick and the Treat for almost 500 more stitches. After that, if I get that done with plenty of time left, which I feel good about because 1, I don't have to work on 3 Unos tonight, and 2, I feel a little more focused, even though it is almost 9 o'clock already. I mean, but I have till 7 a.m., so, you know. Okay, so after that one, what else is on the docket? I forgot. And I don't have my book within reach. Okay, let me see. Border was family patchwork, and I only need 143 stitches for that prompt. So that'll be in and out of homework super quick. And the other one, I don't remember. There's one more I need to pull out during homework. I'll figure it out when I get to it, and then I'll check in with you and let you know. I'm off for the next 4 days, and you know how my stitching at home has been lately. So I wouldn't hold your breath about too much more this week, which is kind of rough because, you know, tomorrow night is my scavenger hunt night. Now, I will try and stitch some, but you know, it's not the progress that I get here at work. I think we're going out of town tomorrow night, and we're going to stay with my mother-in-law. And then we'll be back Friday, I think. Something like that. So, yeah, that's about that. Oh, I got my nest egg in the mail. I get a Floss of the Month club. She calls it a nest egg. From Trisha at Thorough Threads. She is currently on vacation. I can't remember for how long. Let's just say 2 weeks. Give her some room to breathe. So if you're interested in joining after if you see these, just know that she'll get to it when she gets back. If you go ahead and message her or whatever, she's closed currently. Actually, by the time you see this, it'll probably only be another week because she's been closed since the 4th of July. Okay, I get 3. She has all kinds. Some that I know she has that I don't get are Krynic, Threadworks. I feel like there's another one. I get 3 of them. I get Classic Colorworks, Weeks Dye Works, and Gast. And it goes in alphabetical order. So it looks like we're at the top with Classic Colorworks because we got Almost Auburn, Bambino. This was, so like last month was probably the very first. Caramel, Candied Yams, Carrie Berry, Cappuccino. I guess you could, yeah, that's better. Candy Corn, Boysenberry Jam, and Bella Rosa, and Brown Hen. And then each of these sets are sets of 10. These are 5-yard skeins. And once she goes through the whole alphabet, she'll start at the top again, but she doesn't go back and give you what you didn't get. So you just have to stick in it for an entire year to get all the colors, or pretty close. I don't even think it's an entire year. It's just close. Okay. So next we have Weeks Dye Works. We're getting close to the end on this one. Turquoise, Turkish Red, Tobacco Road, Tin Roof. Pick these up. Put those down. Tiger's Eye. See, I really think my fabric for Autumn Wreath might be Weeks Dye Works because that matches it pretty well. Okay. Terraquin? Terrapin. Terracotta. Teal Frost. Straw. And Swiss Chocolate. I didn't start any of these at the very beginning. So once what I get runs into what I started with, like the alphabet, weeks will probably go away. I don't think I need multiple sets of weeks. I don't know about Classic Colorworks or Gast because they're much more called for. I don't know. I may just get one full set of each, and then instead of doing Floss of the Month, I'll just replace them as need be. It is cost effective to do the nest egg if you can afford to do it, because I know at least for my LNSs, it's a little, I would say at least 50 cents cheaper per skein. Maybe that's a lot. 30 cents? It's cheaper per skein. And it just ships right to your mailbox. You don't really have to go through all the work of going to the LNS and things like that. If you do multiple, I think she gives you a discount. Don't quote me on that. Okay, and now these are double length. I want to say these are 10-yard skeins instead of, they're thicker. And I know that you have the option of either or, the 5-yard or the 10-yard. And I was like, it's way more cost effective to just do the 10 yards. So plus that's pretty good amount of thread. So we got Ginger Snap, Freedom, Geranium. Reading these backwards in my iPad is fun. Garden Gate, Gold Leaf. Whee, and all of them are falling. I'm gonna sneeze. Flax, Grape Arbor. I tried to warn you. Sorry. Excuse me. And like my husband, I used to only sneeze once or twice. Maybe twice. Mostly once. But whenever I would sneeze twice, my husband would tell me one more for good luck. And of course, I couldn't make myself sneeze. Now I can't sneeze any less than 3 times. I'm just too full of good luck. That's what that is. Fragrant cloves, forest glade. Ooh, that's really pretty green. And glass slipper. So that is my mail today. I want to know where my Sarah package is. And no Sarah package yet. Okay, I need to. Yeah, I've been going a little crazy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so by the time you see this, it's going to be too little, too late. Not too late. Let me rephrase that. The whole world is gonna have known about this before this video comes out. But I told y'all yesterday, I was super excited for Leslie's announcement. Leslie from Under the Sea Fabrics. And I had no clue what to expect. And I was pleasantly surprised. So she teamed up with Autumn Lane Stitchery, Aaron and Cassandra Houston. And they created a mystery cell starting in September and lasting for 12 months. And it's going to be a mermaid. Like, they show you like a little, like a silhouette, basically, kind of this mermaid. And I've seen Autumn Lane Stitchery's designs. I actually even own a few. I know his aesthetic and I'm intrigued. Plus I know Leslie and her mind and how she feels about mermaids. So I know if she has given her seal of approval, it's got to be gorgeous. So, and I'm not big on getting into the mystery stitch alongs because you don't know what to expect, but I think I have confidence in this one. And Leslie dyed a specialty fabric for it, all of which I have already ordered. Like, I even told my husband before the announcement, she told us for like a week or two now, I've got something special coming. I'm so excited. And then, and then she announced that it would be last night at 8 p.m. I messaged my husband. I said, this is going to cost me money. Just be forewarned. And he said, if we've got it, go ahead. So I bought it and I'm so excited. I'm excited not only to do it, see the excitement in like my friends and in my group, Virtual Stitchers. They're already talking to Sal because, well, I mean, it is a stitch along, but they're already talking about getting all of us together to start it. So there's a lot of excitement around it, but I'm also excited for Leslie. I know she's been working at building a brand and getting out of just fabrics and into other things, and incorporating her fabrics too, which is just smart. She makes beautiful fabrics. And so I think this is really exciting for her, and I'm really excited for her. So I'm gonna I did it yesterday and today. This is gonna be an hour-long video and it's only gonna be 3 days. Okay, I'm gonna get to stitching. I need to stitch. I need to not get distracted anymore by phone games. And I did some stitchy stuff I needed to do, like grading and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna get to stitching and I'll check in with y'all shortly. Hello everybody. It's still pretty early, but it is July 8th and I finally finished my stitches on well, I guess I need to show y'all sugar cookies too. I already put it up. So, and I finally got my 1,000 on That Is the Trick. I have a couple hours left and I'm gonna work on other stuff. So here is sugar cookies. I filled in some of the bell and some around the edge. I went over 133 stitches. So I know the lighting's not great. It's just my little car light, but I need to be able to use the Q-snap, so I wanted to show you before I took it off the Q-snap. Okay, so this is, whoops, where I got 2 on That Is the Trick and the Treat. Oh, scissors, okay. So I need to frog all of this, but I didn't want to mess up my count. So I didn't want to slow myself down by frogging right now because I need to get to other projects. So I just marked it on my chart that I need to go back and frog that and just kept on moving. So, yeah, got it. Y'all remember I had I was done with page and this is all new page. This is the very edge of the project. So let me open this up and you can see the top completely. That's how big it is. And then it'll be like another one of those down here. So it's looking pretty good. Just gonna pull it off. We're gonna put on Family Patchwork, which is the Modern Folk Embroidery mystery stitch along. Not mystery, but yearly stitch along. Here's where I'm at. Still working on January's. I haven't worked on this nearly enough. But I needed something with a straight border. This one has a straight border. And then the other one I was forgetting about telling y'all earlier was Leaves of Change. It's one I'm doing for the 3 colors. I don't know if I'll get to it this week, but if so, it'll probably be like Friday. This only needs 143 stitches, so I'm just gonna knock it on out of there. But that other one needs quite a few stitches, so like 900. Well, I don't think I have that many in there, but at least 300. If I get to the other colors, I get to the other colors, but it'll probably have to be in different projects, because I'm pretty sure I finished most of the purple, if not all the purple. And even if I haven't finished all the purple, I don't have 300 stitches worth. So anyways, I am online. I'm in virtual stitchers with Miss Rita Marie from Rita Marie Stitching Adventure, and I just told her I'd be right back. I wanted to record this real quick, and so I'm gonna get back to chit-chatting with her, get these 143 stitches put in, and then maybe even work on Leaves of Change for a few. I don't know, I've got 2 hours, so I don't know if it'll be worth pulling it out or if I should just do something else stitchy related, like sort floss or something. All right, I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. It is Monday, July 13th. I'm a little late recording this because I had some busy days off and I wasn't feeling well last night. So I did stitching over the days off, even though I didn't check in with y'all. But of course, not a lot. And I just realized I don't have a couple of my projects here. They're in my bedroom on the chair, so I may have to go get those in a second. What have I done? I've mostly been sticking with Uno, because that's just 100 or 200 a day, and it's a little more manageable with everything that's been going on. I'm only working a couple days this week, so that kind of takes a hit on my stitching. Okay, so here's Miss Ladybug. She's been worked on like 3 times, I think, since I last saw you. 100 to 200 a piece. So I'm really getting towards the end of her. I have to fill this in right here. Got the little score right there. There's a little bit more going on in the lace, and then her shoes, and then I'll start the beads. So, wow, it is really hot. I'm so over summer, like so over it. Okay. The next one I have is with number 2 on my Uno, which is Sugar Cookies. And I think this one's been worked on twice since I last saw y'all, so most of the cookie is done and a lot of the O. Now, I did mess up on this one, and this cookie is not supposed to overlap the O like this cookie did, but this O is not as big as it's supposed to be. Like somewhere in here, it got messed up, but I'm just gonna go with it because it still looks fine. I think it looks fine. Maybe not. We'll just go with it. We'll see how it goes. If worse comes worse, I'll have to move that over, but I think it'll be okay. So there's those 2. Oh, I got a new bag in the mail. Or I got 3 new bags in the mail. There is. Okay, I have to grab a few things and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I didn't do any stitching on Autumn Wreath. I didn't do any of my scavenger hunt stuff. We were out of town at my mother-in-law's that night, and so not a lot of stitching got done. I did get 100 on Minnie Alice and a Dolly Dream, but that's because she was the Uno call for that day. So here's where I am at on her. We got that square done and working our way through that page. So that's looking pretty good. So those are the only 3 things I've worked on. No, that's not true. Where's Pretty Little Paris? She should be here somewhere. I've kind of got a mess going on. Huh? No, it was in here because I worked on it recently. Oh. I got it. So, and I've worked on Pretty Little Paris a few times because it keeps getting called. Tonight is number 2, so I'll be working on sugar cookies. And then hopefully getting to some homework if I can stitch more than just an hour. Okay, I got 3 new bags from Vic over at Stitchin' Button. One of which is these adorable, okay, I have to first, adorable slots. And I had the hardest time not saying me please the first night that she showed these, but I held off. And then later when she posted them on her page, I saw the little this, and I was like, oh my god, I have to have it, right? It's so cool. But I think it's amazing how well she lined it up so the sloths look like they're hanging from the zipper. How freaking adorable is this bag? As soon as it came in the mail, my daughter tried to steal it. I said no. It may still disappear, who knows? I also ordered this patriotic bag. So I think it is gorgeous, and I needed a patriotic bag because I didn't have one. Look at that. I like the antique wood looking stripes. And then this one is one that the first one of the 3 that I ordered that was gifted to me from a friend. I haven't talked to her to say whether or not I could say her name. Also, I don't know if this was just a hey kind of gift, but I'm going to assume it was an early birthday present because my birthday is next month. So this one is kitties playing with string, and it's bright and it's gorgeous. And there's the inside, and because Vic knew this one was coming to me, she put a purple zipper in it. I believe the other 2 have yellow, the ones that are on her website. And of course, I did not even realize that cat was purple too. Oh my goodness. So, here is a little zipper fob. So, I have plenty of bags. I need to stop with the bag buying. No. Like, just from Vic, I have these 3 that I just showed you. What's this one? What's this one? These are all Vic's bags that I have, plus a mini version of this one. And then I have all the ones from the Crafty Hermit. So yeah, I'm pretty good on bags for a bit. Okay, that is it for this week. I appreciate y'all sticking around for a little bit longer week, and a lot of rambling, and hopefully I can do some more videoing from home this week because I only work 2 days, and I would hate to have to put out a video that's only 2 days long. So yeah, that's it for me this week. I hope y'all have a great stitchy week, and I'll see y'all next time.